The battle of the provinces to produce the highest number of New Year's babies continues. These are new mothers who gave birth to their bundle of joys from midnight onwards. KwaZulu-Natal Health MEC Nomusa is briefing the media now on New Year babies that were welcomed by the province. Let's take you there to the briefing live.
See with the leadership that things are okay or not okay, whether it's in the schools or in the hospital or in any other sectors. We have witnessed that where we have strong leadership, decisive leadership, things do really change. Of course, I'm not going to say it's because of being a women leader. Things do happen when we have women in the leadership. I do very much believe in women myself. We do want to really also congratulate the hospitals that so far we've had incident-free, birth that you have just outlined here this morning. Again, we do want to send the message to parents that we still want to see parents and families taking care of their children. I'm grateful as well that we do not have as many incidents where we see kids being admitted in trauma units and in hospitals because of accidents or that happen at home or in the where children are playing. And I think that's also a very good and big improvement that we should always appreciate whenever we are noticing such. We do welcome as well the fact that with such a big number in our province, 76 lives that we have registered here since the midnight of this first day of the 2023. The good work that was put by the nursing staff, the doctors, all the workers, from the porters to those at the reception desks, to those who do not sleep, work throughout the night because they are here to serve. We do want to appreciate that work, because without the work of the staff, whether it's the security at the gate or the porters that have got to bring people inside, to the nurses and the doctors and all other hospital workers, the work will not be as smooth as what we are.
All right, that's KZN Premier there, Nomusa Dube-Ncube, just of course giving a basic overview of some of the KwaZulu-Natal New Year's babies. Now, of course, we do know that also the MEC Nomusa is also in that briefing, just giving an overview of some of the births that happened overnight. Let's take you back there. It seems like we've re-established that connection.
Unfortunately, we are still to find a good strategy of dealing with accidents on the road. I was talking to you and other leaders that isn't it not time for us to ban totally drinking and driving in our roads? Not this 0.00 something, because we have a good case study during COVID when there was lockdown, that we did not see as many accidents on the road as we're seeing now. We did not see as many trauma patients as we are seeing now, with the alcohol being rife everywhere. And really, I think we do have cases in many other countries where people are not allowed to drink and drive. And even here, we could have that situation where once a person has been drinking, you just stay away from the vehicle, or not behind the steering wheel. So I really want us to see what it will take for all of us as citizens of this province to rise up and hold hands and say, in our province, let's work towards zero, alcohol when people are driving, and see whether would not be able to save more lives when we do that. We do, of course, congratulate those parents that whose kids have come on earth, but also concerned, as the MEC is saying, with the teenage pregnancy. It is really, really concerning, because in the main, it's the lives of those girls that is going to be disrupted forever. It's not just for the time when you're breastfeeding or when you're taking care of those kids, but it's the lifetime commitment that you've now brought a person on earth, and you've got to take full responsibility of that. And we want to call on parents and the society to really, really frown on the teenage pregnancy and not encourage that kids should at the age be given birth, let alone the 16-year-old, the 15-year-old. And I want MEC to applaud you, but also encourage you to see what can we do with the social development and the community safety, working together to try find solution of really dealing with the issues of teenage pregnancy. We can't be talking all the time and things not happening. There has to be some consequences, there has to be some action for people to see that we are serious about the lives of our young people in this province, but also in the country. And as we welcome many of these lives, we are also praying that all of us as the society play our role, that it takes a village to bring up our children, to bring up the nation, but also to build a nation. It takes a village. It doesn't take that one family, because one family, build the whole unit of community, and community build a nation. And when we start there with those core values, I'm sure that there's a lot that we can build on and build towards a prospective and a successful nation in our country and in our province. So we thank you, MEC, and your team, the rest of the team. Really, we appreciate the good work. We are seeing, honestly, huge progress from your leadership. I know that at some stage there was a debate whether you need to be a doctor to be responsible for this department, or you need to be a nurse, but you have proven that it needs leadership, because you can be a doctor but fail dismally, and you can be a nurse but fail dismally to lead. But you have been able, with your expertise, with your experience, to lead this department, and we are really seeing a lot of progress. And I'm sure we will also continue to push the boundaries and even do more where we have not been able to be successful. So we do want parents as well to talk to the issues of open discussions about the reproduction health of our children, because if we do not do that, we run a risk of having other people who would influence our kids otherwise. I have teenagers myself. The minute I start talking about that, they say, "Oh, Ma, it's so gross." And I say, it's not gross, it's real. And it's something that we've got to talk about. It's something that we need to not to be ashamed of as parents. And we must talk straight and stop being diplomatic about those matters as well, because it's also like that when you start being diplomatic and calling things different words instead of calling it as it is. If you get pregnant at a young age, you could even die because you're not at the childbearing age. So those are the realities that we need to be speaking truth to our society, to our children, so that really we drive a message home that say we want to have children and the society that understand, that there are ethical standards under which we all need to operate, but also there are, things as humans that we shouldn't be taking for granted, but also doing when we are not supposed to be doing. So really, with these words, we do want to thank you very much, colleagues, for taking time. I know that there's so many things that we should be doing, that the program that we're going to be doing as well for the rest of the day. But we are here today. I don't want to close by not touching on the point, MEC, that you raised of the STIs. That it is another phenomenon that is being seen, which is also a cause of not talking, a cause of not addressing issues, beside the issues of gender-based violence as well that we see in our country. We were with you during Christmas time, even after Christmas. We visited with the MEC various areas, monitoring the gender-based violence, but also looking on those issues as to how, as government, can we bring government closer to the people, but also bring help to those survivors of gender-based violence. So we want to say, from our part as government, we want to commit to that moving forward. We are going to be working with all the stakeholders, including non-governmental organizations, community-based organizations, to ensure that we really, all of us, work together to make KwaZulu-Natal a better place for all our communities and for our people. Once more, thank you very much, MEC.